Hi, good evening. Excuse me, I'm still getting over the crud, but I'm doing much better than last week. Um, so I'm very excited that our new mini and our celebration catalogs are officially live, so I can actually open them and share them with you, show you some of the cool stuff in them. And tonight, I actually want to show you a great way to just kind of pair some of the non-sweet products with a couple of items from some of our sweets. One of the great perks about purchasing a suite of products is that everything goes together, and it just fits. That's how they were designed. No thinking about, does this shade match this shade? You know they're all going to go together. Let's see. So before I get started, I do want to make sure that everyone watching understands that you are welcome to shop with me, as noted above in my header there. You can go to nicolemorgan.stampinup.net. We do have, I am doing a mystery hostess for January, and any orders that come in by the end of the month, I will have your name in for every $50 that you are spending with me, and you will have your name put in for a drawing for some hostess benefits. Um, Anytime you have a workshop or a party, all of those dollar amounts add up, just like in other companies, and you get to spend a percentage of that for free. And I, of course, will cover the shipping directly to you. You do not have to live in my area in order to shop with me and to earn some of those free perks. If you're a demo, anything you spend on your own account is going to also qualify you to be put in that drawing. So that's just a little perk that I do because I'd rather you save a little bit of money, and as a demo, you order off of your own account, except instead of ordering through me. Um, and so I want to reward you for staying active, for participating, for keeping those creative juices flowing. So that is the perk and the special for January. Now, that's just my personal perks and specials. So let me share with you some of the fun items that you can earn with $50 or $100 purchases through the company. And that would be before you even get put into my drawing. So I'm going to switch the camera over to my overhead camera. All right, so this is the brand new celebration catalog that did go live last week. Um, and I think the last time I went live, I shared with you this fabulous Thanks a Bunch card that we created with this fun stamp set. Again, this is the stamp set, or one of the ones that are available at the $50 purchase level. So as long as you spend $50 before shipping or tax, you could select this item. I am going to make some more cards with this because I super, super, super love these carrots. I want to do a few more color combinations because those are so much fun. So I'm going to put that aside, and I'm just going to quickly go through this celebration brochure. If you have been around my page for the past week or so, I do have a little mini event where Melissa and I will be sharing some of our projects that we create from our minis and our celebration catalogs. So this just kind of tells you a little bit about celebration. You can choose a free product with every $50 or $100 you spend. Again, that code is up there. I did put a host code on my Facebook page. That is the group that you need to add the host code to in your checkout process in order to qualify for your order and your name being in my drawing. It does not matter for this part. It only matters to be in the drawing. And if you goof and you forget to put that host code in, just send me a message, and I'll call the company and get that corrected. So these two pages are some of my favorite pieces. So you are going to see some owl products because, I mean, if you are not an owl person, these are just so cute. Why are you not an owl person? Just kidding. And then, of course, there's those carrots and the card that I did case, of course. Let's see. So we have some fabulous Dainty Flowers 12 by 12 designer series paper. It does coordinate with the Dainty Delights bundle, which is in the mini catalog. So you could create some of these. I'm going to turn this light just a little, maybe take some of that shine off. There is this wonderful farm paper. You're going to see more of this as well because this is so adorable. And I mean, I live in farm country out here. So, I mean, I'm in the city, but we have lots of farms around us. And I grew up on a farm. So it's just a lot of fun for me. Sending support, lots of sentiments. Again, these are all free with $50 purchases through the company. This is, again, another DSP that coordinates with an item in our mini catalog, which is the Fragrant Flowers bundle. And this is Favored Flowers 12 by 12 designer series paper. And you can see you get 12 sheets. There's 2 each of 6 different double-sided designs. And the fabulous thing is we tell you exactly what colors are in those designs. So you'll be able to pull cardstock to match, or of course your basic white. Here's another one in the country. It's free with $50 purchase. Then we're going to move up to 100, and we have this Beautifully Happy. I do have one of these, so I'm going to be working on something secret with these, but I will definitely be sharing what I create out of this. And we have this Dandy Designs Designer Series paper that is also free at the $100 level. This one is 48 sheets. You get 4 each of 12 double-sided papers. And they're just fabulous. I mean, if you do Easter, you want to make some Easter crackers, you can get that die cut out and start punching these things out and filling them with fun candies and festive things for your Easter celebration. It's a lot of fun. And of course, we have a host set. If you would like to use your winnings when you place your order and I draw your name and you would like to order the host set, we can make that happen for you as well. And again, being a part of my Equally Creative team is amazing. I hope I support my people pretty well. I love to encourage them and send them freebies. And I do have somebody that just celebrated her 2nd year anniversary, and I call it a Stampiversary with Stampin' Up. And that's always fun. I'm going just over 2 years, I think, 2.5 years. As a demonstrator this go round. I've been stamping for more than 20 years at this point and haven't stopped. I stamp and I sew and I dabble in a million other things. And then I always come back to sewing and stamping. So I think I'm pretty settled at saying no to most things. I'll take a class as long as I don't have to buy all the stuff, because I buy all the stuff when it comes to fabric, sewing machines, and stamping. So, our great opportunity for the month of January for actually it's all the way through February 28th. You can join Stampin' Up! As a demo. You can just be a hobbyist. You can turn it into a business. You can just do it for a few months, or you can carry it on for as long as you want to stay active. But we have 3 amazing options right now for you to join. So we have the exclusive Boho Blue Mini Machine, which I'm going to use this evening, and a choice of $175 worth of products for $129. The second option is this mini in white the same option of $175 in products for $129. So basically blue or white, or you can simply choose $175 in product for $99. So you can spend 99 or 129, and either way you're getting 175 or more based based of products. So either way, it is a great deal. Um, there are a lot of perks to becoming a member. We have some exclusive Facebook groups. The company offers a lot of support for you getting started as a new stamper. If you wanted to do this as a business, of course, there's business options for you. My favorite part is just making things. So I like to do this and I like to share it. And so that is why I'm here. So even if you do not choose to be a demonstrator in any form, you can play with me because I have classes, I have these lives that don't cost a thing. Um, I have events. So anytime you see one pop up there, just let me know. If I do not have your email address, you could send that to me and I can make sure you're on my email list for those events when those emails come out. I have finally gotten back into the swing of things. I have tutorials that I send out monthly, and I do have some monthly classes coming up. And so finally, health is possibly back on track here. So that is the celebration that goes this month and next month. I'm going to set this aside over here out of the way. And today I'm going to show you the card that started it all. So one of the perks is that my group, along with my mother group, I call her my mother, Craftastics, Jennifer, one crafty sister, we do a monthly swap. And basically what we do is to encourage each other to use the products that we have already purchased. As long as it's current, we create a card and we send them to whoever signed up for the swap. So the person who created this card created like 7 or 8 of them and sent them to all of us. I made 7 or 8 and sent it to everybody. And that's how this happens. And so it inspired me to recreate this card because I loved it so much. It's just a fun fold card. And I recreated it today. And then I'm going to show you how we make this. So this is the original that sparked my curiosity. And this is the one that I made with our current materials. And I'll share those with you and we'll get started. I'm going to put those aside. So we are going to mash up 2 products from the mini catalog. And the first product we're going to mash up is this fabulous sentiment and die set. We're using the I Didn't Forget Your Birthday, I'm Just Stretching Out the Celebration. Because as good as I am as making cards, I don't always get them in the mail on time. And that makes me human, but also I don't like to end it. I don't like to be that way. So I want to make sure if you're on my birthday card list that you actually receive a birthday card, even if it's a little bit late. So here is our Something Fancy dies. These are the dies that go with the Something Fancy set. And you can see here that I used the layering pieces. And I didn't forget your birthday. I'm just stretching out the celebration. So we're going to use those in just a minute. And I am mashing that up with the Regency Park suite. The pieces I'm using some of the paper and I'm using these embellishments. I had out more stuff, but I didn't want to get overcomplicated. So we're stopping with paper and embellishments that coordinate with a stamp set and a die cut set that coordinate. Absolutely, you could buy this whole suite. Everything's going to go together. These sparkly papers go color-wise with these. This ribbon is a Night of Navy ribbon. It matches the Night of Navy in the paper. These are so sweet. I just love these. Now, I have a secret. If you know me, you can tell that these color combos speak to my heart because this is a very blue color. And while this is Mango Melody, it's awfully orange some days. So this is my Gator card for this season because I have to make a Gator card somehow every time there's a new catalog. So these color combos were perfect to add my orange and blue type uh, mark on the world. Yes, it's my alma mater, so I definitely hold it near and dear. I will be a Gator fan forever. I value my education, and University of Florida has all of my money, so I might as well be proud of them, right? Let's get started. I'm going to set this aside as well. Okay, so here is the Regency Park paper that I just shared with you in that catalog, and I'm just going to slide this out a little bit and show you some of the fun papers that this has. There we go. So they're all double-sided, so they have a different mix of possibilities depending on what you want to do. Today, we're simply going to use one 6x6 piece of paper. And I'm so excited to get started. So I'm going to close this up. And so I have a card base here. This is 8.5 by 5.5. And let me tell you how I scored this. So I did 2 inches in from either end, and then I did 3 3/16 in from either end. Our fabulous trimmer does have those measurements. Let's see if I can get that in the camera here. So I did 2 inches, and then I came over to 3 1 2 3/16. And you thought you'd never do math, but let me tell you, in quilting and paper crafting, I have used math. So I need to cut one piece of this at 2 inches. That's going to be my center. So I'm going to line this up. And I'm going to remember the dark blade is the deep cut. Okay. When I scored, I used the light blade for a light score. And I'm going to turn this. I like using this side up here for 5 1/4. So this is 2 by 5 1/4. This is our center piece. And it's actually going to be like this. Okay. And then I'm going to cut 2 of these at 1 3/4. And I'm going to go ahead and do my 5 1/4 first. Gives me this nice extra piece. So 1 3/4. I could do that part down here. Okay. It's going to go here. And another 1 3/4. And these are all by 5 1/4, the DSP is. I got a couple little extra pieces there. And these 2 are going to go on these edges here. So I'm going to go ahead and move this out of the way. And slide this over so you can see. I have not folded it yet. I'm going to go ahead and use my glue. And I am going to glue my pieces in the center of the panels that they go with. Okay. All right. Let's get this next one out of the way. Now remember, this glue is going to hold super, super well. It is one of the best items we have when you have movable parts. Sometimes you want our stronger adhesives, and that's going to be our the glue and the Seal Plus. Regular Seal will do pretty well, but over time, it may not hold up as well. Of course, I wouldn't know because I don't have any ancient cards sitting around these days to test that theory anymore. Um, but I guess I'm just a little gun shy with it. I would prefer to use the glue as much as possible when it's a movable part. So here's our base, and now it's time to go ahead and fold it. So I'm going to fold this center panel. Each of the side pieces is going to come to the back, and I'm just going to burnish that edge nice and firm because I want to be able to make sure that it will still fit nice and flat in my envelope. Okay, and then you just fold that other side out. It's going to go like this. So yeah, let me double check that I'm doing that the right way. Yes. Okay. I have it so much more firm. Now I'm going to move this piece just out of the way while I fold these back. Come on. There we go. And fold it out to the front and burnish these edges. Now I can use either side of this. However I want to make that happen. It does overlap a teeny tiny bit. Not too bad. That will still fit. So the next part I'm going to do is make sure I get my die cut ready. So now is when I get to bring out the fabulous Boho Blue Mini Stampin' Cut machine. And we are going to use our Something Fancy dies. And I am using these 2 layers right here. So the big one is going to get that orangey mango melody. And the next one down will get my basic white thick there. Move that out of the way. Now, when you purchase one of these, you will get all of the different pieces that go with it. Excuse me. And this brief little instructions manual, so you'll know how to use it if I'm not right next to you to help. And I am looking at this. I know I need the die cutting sandwich, so I have my plate. You can tell that I am just now starting to use this one. So I pulled out the brand new cutting plates. This is going to sound like we're breaking things when I send it through the machine. We are making a sandwich with our clear plates, and we set it on top of this white one. Now I do struggle sometimes to push this in far enough, so I've started to stagger these just a tiny bit so that I can make sure it picks it up. There we go. And you heard that little crack. Nothing's broken, nothing's wrong. It's just putting those little marks in our cutting board there, this clear cutting layer. All right, so I have this one done, and now we'll send the white one through. Okay. All right, and then the beauty is that I can just set this off to the side, and it's ready to go the next time I need it. All right, so I am using Shaded Spruce. That is the coordinated color that is in our Regency Park suite. So, and of course, my fabulous birthday celebration. And I'm just simply putting that right in the middle of the white one. Yes, you could have stamped this and then put your die cut on there and sent it through. I just happened to know that my stamp was going to fit really well and it was not going to be a problem. I'm going to give this just a second to dry. For some reason, I must have done this one a little different than the last one. It's a little overlapped, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. So the first thing I'm going to do is add some glue, and I'm just adding it to the center of the back of this bottom layer here. And I'm going to put that kind of level between the top and bottom here, centering that as good as I can. Now I do have a teeny tiny bit of glue right on the outside edge, and I have this funny little weird gum eraser, and I can get any glue. This is the other perk of using glue. You can just rub that off and it will not stick to anything else. So it's all good. All right, so now this is ready to go, and I just need to add a little bit of glue in the center for the last layer here. And I did not do any dimensionals for this because of all these folds. I want to make sure the post office doesn't charge me any extra, especially since I'm about to put some embellishments on it. So of course, because I have this beautiful blue background, I'm going to put these orangey gold adhesive backed milky dots on here, just to tie that in. Oh, look at that. I just pulled one right on off. Oh, let's see if we can get this onto the card in the right place somewhere. There we go. All right. There we go. These are moving around a lot today. So this is my Take-A-Pick tool, which is a lot of fun when you have things that you cannot just pick up with your fingers. And I probably need to push this open. It's got a little bit of a putty in the end. And that putty is what will kind of help it to stick, except as you can tell, it comes off in areas I didn't want it to come off, and then I was struggling. Yikes. All right. And then I like to just kind of move that putty back in the right place. Ooh, Mama's having struggles tonight. There we go. And sometimes I like to use different numbers. So, all right. So here is today's live card. Now, the one thing you would want to do if you are going to recreate this is on the inside here, you're going to want to put a 2-inch by 5 1/4 white piece so that you can send your best wishes or whatever. So you can see how this one had a Merry Christmas in the back. And that's that. Ooh. So I hope you enjoyed our mashup this evening of our suite and our card and die cut. Again, I do have classes coming up, so keep your eye on Facebook. If you ever want to do a class and you are not local and you'd like me to send you the materials, just check out my to-go option. Most of my classes, you can use whatever stamps or shapes you have. Many of them you could just cut rectangles if that's all you have is a paper trimmer or some scissors. So look at those to-go options. I send you everything else. If it's a die cut, I actually die cut it for you and send it. So all you need is some stamps and ink and your favorite adhesives. So keep me informed with your email address, and I look forward to seeing you next week. I hope you are enjoying our celebration. And don't forget, Mystery Hostess January. See you soon.